Hi, welcome to Geek Chic Talk Radio, Old Geek Chic Radio. Tonight I'll be playing hits from Tapping the Vein, Marilyn Manson, 30 Seconds to Mars, much more. I will also be reading from this article that I found earlier, 5 fan theories that make classic movies even better, which I didn't know these theories existed. So stick with me and find it out. I was initially going to start this recording at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Pacific. And then I realized that 8 o'clock Pacific was 10 o'clock my time, and elsewhere I posted that I would be broadcasting at 9 my time Central, which would be 10 o'clock. So I'm doing a little compromise. I'm starting a little bit early. I was going to do it a little bit earlier. Still getting the hang of this. Tonight I'm focusing more on the music than the talk because, quite frankly, I don't have a lot to talk about tonight. I have upstairs neighbors who decided to move in, I think, a herd of elephants. And they've been driving me insane all goddamn night, up and down the stairs. They completely forget that their floor is my ceiling. And one little kid that was up there, she must have been about 6 or 7 years old. Little girl who stormed around like a 600-pound man. It was just crazy. I wanted to blow my brains out, but all I had was a freaking hairdryer. So I'm alive and spent, but I made this commitment to myself that I would be doing a live radio show program for no other reason than doing it, keep myself occupied, learn the ins and outs of this thing, and get better as I progress. I had entertainment news that I want to cover, but I'm just going to move on to the music. My head hurts, so I'm going to do three in a row. I'm going to do Everything by Tapping the Vein, which Tapping the Vein, one of my favorite groups for over a decade now, and I believe one of my early interviews with the lead singer Heather is still on my website, dawnmasuoka.com. That's DAWNMASUOKA.com. Check it out. If it's not there, I'll make sure to put it there. I'll go through my old files and post it. It's interesting. It explains a lot about a couple of the songs, or at least one song in particular. So this is Everything, and I hope you enjoy everything. Once more, Tapping the Vein. Make sure you follow them on Twitter. Look them up. You won't be disappointed. So here we go.
They told me I had to get out of bed. They told me I had to keep up my strength. I got to eat something. I'm hoping that the taste will kill me.
Okay, back on live with Dawn, the Chic Geek, actually. I looked at my website and no, unfortunately, the interview is not there. However, I did find it in my file. So while I'm going through the playlists, playing the music, and all that jazz, I'll go ahead and post that up there. So make sure if you have gone to my website, check back. If you don't see it tonight, check back tomorrow. It will definitely be there, along with Gossamer and a few others that hopefully I still have. David Wayne, a couple others. So taking you now to The Kill, 30 Seconds to Mars.
What if I wanted to break, laugh it all off in your face? What would you do? What if I fell to the floor, couldn't take this anymore? What would you do? Come break me down.
Okay, that was Irresponsible Heat Anthem by Manson. Next up is Epic by Faith No More. Oldie but goodie. They're all oldies, they're all goodies. If they weren't, I wouldn't be playing them. Alright, but before that, I just wanted to say Happy Dingus Day! Yes, today is Dingus Day. I'm going to read it from a Holiday Insights website. I heard about it on the way to work this morning, and gosh darn it, I did not have any water in my vehicle, but luckily I didn't get sprayed. Retaliation thing. Alright, so Dingus Day, when is it? It's always the Monday after Easter. For those of you little kids out there who celebrate Easter, this is what the grown-ups do, or the older people do, the day after your holiday. It is Dingus Day. It is a Polish holiday. It's very popular in Poland and in Polish communities in America. After the long Lenten holiday, Dingus Day is a day of fun and perhaps a little romantic fun. It is always celebrated on the Monday after Easter, which I already said because that was the first thing they let in with. Guys, learn how to write. Alright, so what it says here, there are all sorts of ways for boys to meet girls, but this one takes the cake. Cake. I want cake. Guys, on this day you get to wet the ladies down. Sprinkling or drenching with water is your goal. Chase after the ladies with squirt guns, buckets, or other containers of water. Which I'm very glad at this point that my fiance worked, our shifts conflicted, so I don't get to see him today. Otherwise I'd be probably drenched. If not, I'd be upset. But then again, he's not Polish, and yay, here he has me. So they chase after the ladies with squirt guns, buckets, or other containers of water. The more bold and gallant boys may choose to use cologne. Ew! Ew, who would want to douse a girl in cologne? Who would want to be doused in cologne? That's disgusting. Alright, hitting gently, please. Ladies on the legs with switches or pussy willows is also common. Really? Alright, and yes, ladies, you can strike back. Ladies, you get your revenge on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, which I think you should do regardless of whether or not you are drenched or hit with a switch. Tradition has it that you throw dishes or crockery back at the boys. It has become increasingly popular for the ladies to get their revenge on Monday, tossing water back at the boys. Alright, girls. I say use water, keep the dishes and the crockery in the cupboards. Alright, the origins. When exploring the roots of Dingus Day, historians point to the baptism of Polish Prince Mieszko. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but it's Mieszko I in 966 Common Era, after Common Era. Baptism with water signifies cleansing, fertility, and purification. Somewhere along the way, the tradition of tossing water on the girls and hitting them with pussy willows evolved. Really? That's evolution? I would think that would go back to more primitive times. I wouldn't call it evolving. So, with that, happy Dingus Day. Go, if you're a guy and your girl is sitting next to you or in the other room, just go up to her with a cup of water and just pour it on her, and she'll get her revenge tomorrow. So, enjoy. And here is Epic, Faith No More.
Anyway, you will never understand it, cause it happens too fast. And it feels so good, it's like walking on glass. It's so cool, so hip, it's alright. It's so groovy, it's out of sight. You can touch it, smell it, pieces of
fade. A lie, a sin, it's magic, it's tragic, it's a loss, it's a win. It's dark, it's noise, it's a bitter pain. It's sad, it happened, and it's a shame. You want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. What is it? You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You say. What is it? You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You say, what is it? You say,
Okay, we're back. Next up is If I Had $1,000,000. Which, if I had $1,000,000, I think the first thing I would do after the typical, pay off all debts, get a new car, one that had working windows, one that I can actually see what stations to turn to. I would additionally, get a CD player in the car for one. Fix the back windows. I would fix my water reservoir in front because I'm currently living in the dirty state of Texas, and anytime, when it rains here, it rains hard and fast, and it covers your vehicle like you were 4x4ing. Back in the day in the Cube, me and my friends, we used to go out four-wheeling, and God, it sounds so hick, but we'd always come back, everything covered in mud, and one little spurt of rain, that's what my car looks like. And I can't do anything about it. I have to go out there and just manually wipe the windshield or go to a gas station and get it washed down, which is great for being a woman my age and feeling like a 15-year-old. So that's cool. I'd get a house. I would definitely get a house. $1 million doesn't get you very far for what I would like to do. I'd like to hire somebody to come over and exercise me because I'm so freakishly lazy. Or, okay, not lazy. I wouldn't say lazy. I would actually say I'm exhausted by the time I get my downtime. I'm too tired to work out. I don't want to work out. I'd rather catch up on my TV shows, watch movies, video games, do a live broadcast. That's what I would like to do. So, I guess lines are open if anybody ever wants to Skype me. I'd like to see if this thing works. Probably won't do it tonight. Giving you a chance right now. So if anybody wants to call in right now, although I don't even know my Skype ID, feel free. Call in, tell me what you would spend $1 million on. Again, $1 million doesn't go very far. No. Alright, so let's find out what the bare naked ladies would do if they had $1 million. What would you do, bare naked ladies? Would you buy clothes?
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a house. I would buy you a house. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, buy you furniture for your house. Maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a K car, a nice Reliant automobile. And if I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, I'd build a tree fort in our yard. If I had $1 million, you could help, it wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million, maybe we could put like a little tiny fridge in there somewhere.
You know, we could just go up there and hang out.
Like open the fridge and stuff, and there always be foods laid out for us with little pre-wrapped sausages and things. They have pre-wrapped sausages, but they don't have pre-wrapped bacon.
Well, can you blame them?
Yeah.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat, that's cruel. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you an exotic pet. Yep, like a llama or an emu. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you John Merrick's remains. Ooh, all them crazy elephant bones. And if I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to walk to the store. If I had $1 million, now we'd take a limousine 'cause it costs more. If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat Kraft dinner.
But we would eat Kraft dinner.
Of course we would. We just eat more.
And buy really expensive ketchups with it.
That's right. All the fanciest Dijon ketchup.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, Well, I'd buy you a green dress.
But not a real green dress, that's cruel.
And if I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
well, I'd buy you some art.
a Picasso or a Garfunkel.
If I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
well, I'd buy you a monkey.
haven't you always wanted a monkey?
If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million,
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 I'd be rich.
Alright, so that's Garbage. Not my idea of a good time, but it's my idea of a good time. Love Garbage. The group, not trash. Alright, so speaking of not my idea of a good time, here I am on Rotten Tomatoes. Alright, the movie's out. Not my idea of a good time, really. A couple of them seem good. The other weekend, we watched The Call. I liked it. It was a good popcorn flick. The one that I'm rooting for sucking really bad is The Host, which is by the talentless, I can't say that word on here, the person who did all the Twilight series. That is flailing. I'm looking at it under the percentages. It has 11% and so far has made $10.6 million, which is $10 million more than I think it should. Number one I'm showing on here is G.I. Joe Retaliation. I would like to see that. I'm not sure if I'd like to see it in a movie theater. Probably will. Looks like a good, mindless, fun popcorn flick as well. It's only received 29% of people liking it, I guess. But it's topping it at $40.5 million. Under that is the Croods, that the prehistoric, kind of like Flintstone-esque type family with modern problems back then. Definitely I want to see that. Olympus Has Fallen. I've heard great things of that on HBO Hollywood Babylon, not the movie channel. The rest of them I don't care about, so I'm not going to talk about those flicks. Instead, I will move on to the next song up here. All She Wants Is by Duran Duran. And for those of you listening earlier when I mentioned Tapping the Vein, the interview has been posted. Check it out at donmasuoka.com. And great little interview with Heather Thompson, the lead singer. Highly recommend the band. As I said, did the interview with her, saw them in concert. I've been following them for quite a while. Great stuff. So here we go with Duran Duran.
All she wants is, all she wants is, all she wants is.
You are all beautiful to me. Alright, that again was Tapping the Vein, and before that, Duran Duran. I guess it's April Fool's Day. I didn't really do anything to fool anybody. I can't do it. I have this horrible... I can't lie, which sucks, because when I used to try and trick my daughter when she was younger, anytime I would try and pull pranks or make jokes or do anything to trick her. Anyways, I have this telltale. She would say, "Mom," and then she would just look at me and my dimple would just show. And that's my telltale sign. So I can't really pull any April Fool's jokes on anyone. Even in font, I can't just let something be. I have to post a follow-up that I'm just kidding. I don't know why it is, but I'm not a good prankster. I suck at the pranksting. When I worked at a large company, I would have my friends from IT help with my pranks, and I would have to stand off in the corner and make myself invisible practically, because I would just snicker and giggle and give a prank away if I was involved in it or if I knew about it. I can't play poker with people. I don't have the poker face. Right, so speaking of April Fools, I think I'm going to, not April Fools itself, but people are posting a lot of things on Facebook. And of course, the big one for women seems to be, "I'm pregnant, guess what?" So I think I'm going to start doing a segment of the funniest Facebook status messages that I come across on my newsfeed of the people who are on my friends list. And I am pretty sure that the George Takei one is completely an April Fool's joke. Friends, I am thrilled to announce that I'll be starring in the Star Wars reboot. Directed by J.J. Abrams, I'll be playing Master Sedai Maru, a member of the Jedi High Council. The new film, entitled Star Wars Galactic Empire, is greenlit and will begin filming sometime early next year. It is truly a moment for the Star Alliance. Thanks to all my fans for their decades of support. Now, I'm thinking that this is definitely an April Fool's joke, because, for one, you cannot cross Star Trek with Star Wars. The universe would implode upon itself. It's impossible. So I don't think anybody is willing to risk that. I may have had a secondly, but I don't know. But that's just firstly and most important. Alright, the other thing I wanted to mention is when I was going through the internet earlier today, I saw that Molly Ringwald is releasing a jazz album. So who knew? Apparently a lot of her fans did. Apparently she was a singer before she was an actress, and I don't know why at age 45 she is now releasing her first album, but good for her. I haven't really had a chance to listen to it. The clip that they have is a video clip, and it's more interview than actual song, and I lack the patience to go through that. So good for you, Molly Ringwald. Proud of you doing the thing that is not the acting all the time. Yes. Coming up, I will go through the 5 fan theories that make classic movies even better, although I really doubt I'll be going through all 5, because it's kind of late and a couple of them I really don't care about, so I'll just mention the ones that I do care about. So that's it. If you want to look at the article itself, then I will give you the link after my thing has ended, because I want to be needed. So please need me. I count on you. I just want to be loved. Is that so wrong? Alright, coming up now is The Last Day on Earth. The song, not The Last Day on Earth itself. But what would you do if it were the last day on Earth? I know, I have a lot of There's a lot of things that I would like to do, so many things. Maybe I can try and figure out a way to multitask. Of course, I'd love to. I'm in, way down here in Texas, and my whole family is in the Northwest. So I'd love to see them if it were the last day on Earth. But on my way to them, I think I would attach like this big missile launcher to my vehicle, or I guess if I flew, flying would probably get me there faster. I don't know if they'd let me attach one to an airplane, and there's probably not a lot of drivers up there that would piss me off, but I'd love to blow up all the drivers that piss me off and the Tea Partiers who piss me off, and just about everybody who pisses me off. I would like to just blow them up. And I think I can multitask that or integrate it into my last day on Earth, visiting my family, and I think that's just about it. Blow up people, visit my loved ones. I don't think I'd want to, it would be pointless to rob a bank or anything like that. I mean, you can't really spend the money the next day. Maybe just the thrill of robbing a bank, although I'm sure if everybody knew it was the last day on Earth, they wouldn't care. They just hand it over to me, which would kind of suck and take all the joy out of robbing a bank. You want the fear. So FBI, if you're listening, don't worry. I don't really want to do that. Don't care to do that. I'm not attached to the money. I'm so attached to the money. I need the money to live. But back to last day on Earth. Here we go. Alright, you're back with the geek. The next song is 11 minutes and 15 seconds long. It's by my favorite, The Cure, Watching Me Fall. I wanted to do a little lead into it because, this song is taking forever to end as well. Marilyn Manson, Last Day on Earth. And end already. Thank you. Okay, so Watching Me Fall. I just wanted to do a quick lead-in because it's going to give me an 11-minute break to kind of stretch and do my thing while I'm waiting for the song to end and just give myself a little break. But Watching Me Fall, speaking of Watching Me Fall, for those of you who don't know, this past Friday, I got my very first speeding ticket, and I should have known because it was end of month, and I know they have to do the month-end quota, and I have my reasons. I will take it to court and just explain it to them, and hopefully they'll drop it. It's the first time I've ever been pulled over for speeding, and it was a legit reason, although I take full responsibility. I should have known better. I made a conscious choice. It's my fault. Should there be penalties, I'll pay it. But I am a very cautious driver. I mean, years of driving, without a license and in stolen vehicles, you have to drive very carefully. So I know the rules of the road, and I know how to adhere to the law, and I've done so. The whole carjacking profession is just, you don't want to get pulled over. You want to make sure that you're under the radar at all times. And this is one time that I wasn't, because everything is, legit now. So hopefully they'll have mercy on me if I explain that and tell them, why I kind of fluffed up. I tried being a good driver today. I was driving the speed limit all the way to work and all the way from work. And if you're not familiar with the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the highways, which I have to drive from right around the Dallas-Fort Worth airport to Fort Worth, Lake Worth area. So I have to go on the highway 183 and 820. To those of you in the Northwest or East Coast or anywhere actually not in this area, and if you haven't lived here, you've no idea what I'm talking about. But with the construction, and I'm not sure what it's like without the construction, but oh my God, driving the speed limit, I was being eaten alive on the road because nobody else sticks to the laws. Usually I'm driving so freaking fast that I can't even see whether or not people are using their... No, I'm just kidding. I had people, they're just zipping past me, and 1 second you'll look in your rearview mirror, there's like hardly, people are way back there, and then a split second later they're right on your tail. It's like they're going to just ram into you. And then they're just weaving in and out and just all over the place. And I just wanted to scream and just speed up a little bit so I can go with the flow of traffic, which was an insane... The speed limit post was 50 miles per hour. I was still... If you're a cop, don't listen. Just put it on mute and find something else to do. But I was still pushing, 5-10 miles over the speed limit. And... they're still whizzing past me so fast, and it was just completely insane. It's been almost a year. The first year of living here, I was frazzled to and from work every freaking day. And then this past year, I started to get used to the other drivers. I'm still completely aware. I always drive with consideration of the other drivers. I don't want to wreck, but I'm always anticipating and just on the defense and offense and everything imaginable to make everybody's driving experience safe, knowing that I will not be at fault. But today, oh my God, I felt like everybody was going to ram into me, and I was just this cowering little wreck in my vehicle, and I got to work feeling frazzled. I came home feeling frazzled, and I'm still frazzled now because I get to do it all over again tomorrow. Wash, rinse, and repeat the rest of the week. So here we are. This is my intro to Watching Me Fall. After that, I'll do the 5 fan theories that I mentioned previously, play a couple more songs, and then I'm gonna end this thing so we can all go to bed. If you play this tomorrow morning, well, I guess you'll actually have to play it while you're at work, because I haven't figured out how to upload this to iTunes yet. I'm going to try. I have an iTunes account where I've uploaded my previous podcasts, and I'll try and do that with this one also. So maybe you'll have something to listen to on your way to work, or while you're working or trying to fall asleep, which is something I'll be doing shortly. So here we go. My favorite band of all time, The Cure. anybody still awake out there? If not, I'll try and be very quiet. Alright, welcome back. That was The Cure with Watching Me Fall from their Blood Flowers CD. This is Dawn, the geek, the chic geek, or so I used to like calling myself. I'm not sure how chic I am anymore, and it's geek with a GH. That's how chic I am. Alright, so I said I was going to get to the 5 fan theories and, of course, narrow it down to the couple that I liked. Play a couple more songs and end this thing. This is my very first live radio broadcast. I did sort of a faux, I want to say faux because it was real, it was legit, but it wasn't my radio show. Jeff and I did a Trivial Pursuit game last night because we have this thing we like doing where we broadcast our Trivial Pursuit matches for, I think, the sake of witnesses, maybe. And it's just something fun to do. It kind of pushes them, make sure we do this thing if we do it in front of a live audience as opposed to, hey, do you want to play a board game? Sure, okay, what's on TV? And then we sit and watch TV the rest of the night. It's not always like that, but this kind of gets us out of our normal routine. So my live radio broadcast, trying this out, the playlist will expand once I get more of my music on here, and if anybody has any suggestions for what to play, any new cool bands out there that I might be interested in and the listeners might be interested in, please send them to Dawn Masuoka, that's DAWNM as in mother, AS as in Sam, UOKA, at gmail.com. In the header put Geek Chic, that's Geek, G-H-I-C, Chic, C-H-I-C, and then just put the link or suggestions. And in addition to that, I will also be having questions, taking any and all questions out there, as far-fetched, unrealistic, realistic, whatever it is, and I will try and answer them in the only way I know how. So, that being said, I'll get to the fan theories that make classic movies even better, then play a couple more songs and go to bed, which is what you should be doing shortly if you're listening, if you're in my area or on the East Coast. I guess if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you still have some time, so God, it's only 9:12 where you're at. You suck. You all suck. Alright, so the first one that's on here, the main characters of Fight Club are an older Calvin and Hobbes. I've never heard that before. Love Fight Club, one of my favorite movies. It will always be on my top 10. Pardon me while I clear my throat, as I say after I did it. So, I'm going to be reading this verbatim. Fight Club came out during the golden era of movie plot twist, before every stupid website started spoiling the ending to every movie. Anyway, the movie ends when the narrator, Edward Norton, and his friend slash sparring partner, Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt, turn out to be... Oh... I hope everybody has seen this by now. Anyways, they're the same person. All those times we saw the two fighting, that was just the narrator punching himself. We'd do the same thing if we were Edward Norton. So Tyler never existed. He was a personality the narrator invented to escape his depressing middle-class life. Strangely, when all comes out, the narrator seems to handle it rather well for a man who previously had a nervous breakdown over IKEA furniture. It's almost like he experienced something like this before. So here comes the theory. And he has, according to one popular, which is it popular if I never heard of it? Alright, so one popular theory, which states that the narrator is actually a grown-up Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, which would mean Tyler is Hobbes, or at least he skinned Hobbes. So for those of you who grew up in a Mexican prison, Calvin and Hobbes charts the adventures of a young boy and his best friend, a talking tiger who looks like a stuffed doll to everyone else. Kind of like Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. I'm not reading it verbatim, I'm adding my own stuff here. But other than the fact that both Fight Club's narrator and Calvin have imaginary friends, what else could they possibly have in common? Well, first, there's the fact that they both tend to show up with inexplicable bruises all over their bodies. When Calvin imagines a fight with Hobbes, his parents can see the bruises afterwards. So it's obvious that the kid likes punching himself and blaming it on his non-existent friend, just like Fight Club's narrator, whose name we never learn. That, or his mind is blocking some serious parental abuse. And it shows a little cartoon of Calvin and Hobbes where the mom is asking, "What happened to you?" And he's walking up the stairs with the little stars that indicate that he's hurt. He says, "Don't ask, I'm going upstairs to change." Some parental abuse going on in that little house, maybe. Also, both characters are miserable. Calvin has no friends, so he creates ones to make his life more bearable. A friend who, incidentally, is nothing like him. Calvin is an impulsive, whiny, shouting child, really. Hobbes, meanwhile, is a cool and collected philosopher. Likewise, the narrator hates his life. It's little wonder why he might sink back into his old hallucinatory habit and resurrect Hobbes, albeit an R-rated version named Tyler. A version who, as we've seen, is a cool, collected philosopher who fucks junkies like a machine. It's nice to see that they still share the same activities. And it's not like Calvin and Hobbes don't have experience in running a secretive males-only organization before. GROSS, or Get Rid of Slimy Girls, is a club that the duo operated for most of the comic's lifespan. Is a predecessor to the titular terrorist organization, I can't speak tonight, Fight Club. Everything's got to start somewhere, right? They were a lot more strict about enforcing the first rule, hence the lack of members. And the most damning piece of evidence? Tyler sounds a lot like Tiger. Case, goddammit, closed. So there you have it. Fight Club is really a grown-up Calvin and Hobbes. You didn't know that? Well, you're not very bright, are you? Because it's right there. All that evidence is right in front of our faces. Alright, it's getting late, so I will just skip through. If you want to read this yourself, there's other cool ones on here. It's at cracked.com. That's CRACKED.com. I'm spelling it out because living in Texas, a lot of people do not understand what I am saying. So I just want to make sure we don't have this problem continuously. Alright, the other one that caught my attention that I will end with on this one is, I never heard of this theory before, like the Fight Club one, and maybe a lot of you people out there had heard this, and I don't know why nobody shared this with me. I'm questioning my friendships with people and why we've never had this discussion. But Willy Wonka makes candy out of children. I mean, I may have heard that before. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me at this moment. So, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, five children win special tickets to visit the factory. Wonka is hoping that one of them could be the heir to his business and conducts this search mostly by being a massive dick to the kids. It's okay, though, because nearly all of them are little shits. Alright, see, for this radio broadcast, I did put that there were explicit lyrics. It was explicit. Not necessarily me, but the songs and apparently the articles. So pardon the vulgarity that I do speak. I'm just reading an article, and I haven't read this through first, so I don't know. I didn't know. But you're all grown-ups, and it's just words. If they hurt you really bad, then maybe you should seek some psychiatric counseling. Get over yourself. I don't mean to offend, but if you're offended, come on, grow up. All right. The film has recently found new fame by providing a way to express sarcasm on the internet, finally. Oh, because it's showing the memes. All right. Got it. You have to go to the article and look. All right, so in the end, the only kid named Charlie is left. Since all others get whittled down in various ways, Charlie proves to be worthy to succeed Wonka. But the only question is, why are there so many opportunities for children to suffer candy-related injuries? Now to the theory. Because Willy Wonka's candy is made from children. That's why he's so protective of his secret formula. The list of ingredients includes child murder in it. Suddenly, the Tim Burton remake with Johnny Depp impersonating Michael Jackson doesn't seem like the creepier version, does it? Well, maybe. In the remake, we see that the children are okay at the end of the movie, but the original didn't include that scene. Now, think back to the way the children are disposed of. Veruca and Augustus are sucked down a garbage chute and a pipe in a chocolate river, respectively. At least we hope that's chocolate. While Mike and Violet suffer bizarre transformations. The former is shrunk to the size of a human sex toy, and the latter gets turned into a giant blueberry. We accept what happens to each kid because, seriously, they are terrible. But think about it. Why should the pipe leading from the chocolate river be so large enough for an overweight human child to be sucked through it? Because it's built to transport humans. Meanwhile, Wonka has developed technology that can A. transform kids into giant juicy blueberries, and B. shrink them down to an edible size. All he has to do now is package them. And then there's the fact that after Augustus falls into the river and they all get on that boat that has the perfect number of seats, shouldn't there be 2 extra, one for Augustus and one for his mother? No, because Wonka knew that the kid would fall. He was counting on it. Ooh. And if that's still not enough for you, there's also the fact that Wonka pretty much admits all this in the original draft of the book. Roald Dahl, did he spell wrong? Read a chapter where a 6th child falls into a mixer along with her father. Her mom says to Wonka, "You're grinding them into powder." Wonka replies, "Of course, that's part of the recipe." Oh. Everyone spent the rest of the chapter violently vomiting and crying before resuming the tour. I read that as a child. I forgot. I don't recall that at all. Alright, so Willy Wonka, which is on shelves in grocery stores now, it's made from children. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say for that. So enjoy your next little nerds packet. And now let me go to I Stand Alone. That is all for the fan theories. You can read the rest on crack.com, and I'm just taking you into more music.
If you
face, resurrected back before the final falling. I'll never rest until I can make my own way. I'm not afraid of fading. I stand alone. You let your sting down inside me. I'm not dying for it. I stand alone. Everything that I believe is fading. I stand alone. Inside I stand alone. Now it's my time. It's my time to dream. Dream of the sky. Make me believe that this place isn't plagued by the poison in me. Help me decide if my fire will burn out before you can breathe. Breathe into me. Stand alone. Inside I stand alone. You let your sting down inside me. I'm not dying for it. I stand alone. Everything that I believe is fading. I stand alone. Inside I stand alone. Inside I stand alone. Inside I stand alone. Inside.
What am I? I wish I was a butterfly. I'd fly and fly until it was my time to die. It's creeping in again. I know what I really am. Oh, no more pretty purple peaceful butterfly. Simple life. If I were a butterfly, I'd fly and fly
Alright, so that ends the Monday night of the Geek Chic radio show. I'm your geek, Dawn, and I'm winding this down. Monday night, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day to those of you who are foolish enough to celebrate it. I don't know. I'm going to pop a handful of melatonin and get as close to death as I can. And wake up in the morning. Join me again Friday night. I will add more tracks to my little library here and play my alternative collection. I'm going to keep adding to it. Make sure you send any and all requests to donmasuoka@gmail.com. Put Geek Talk or Geek Chic in the subject line, whichever you want. Just put, yo, Dawn, pay attention, and I'll get you up and going. If you are an alternative group, you want to get yourself noticed, drop me a line, let me listen to your music. I'll make sure to air it live on here. If you're good, then I'll make sure we'll have a little sit-down interview live or via email, messenger, whichever you prefer. Get some Q&As going and get yourself heard. Hopefully one of these days this will get progressively better. This is my first attempt, so there you have it, live, raw, unedited, The Geek. So I wish you all a very good night, and just try and stay sane and alive until Friday. Well, stay alive on Friday too, but I hope to talk at you then. Make sure Friday night I'll try and set some time aside to get some call-ins going. So good night, peace, love ya.